Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Samantha and today we're going to get into a little bit of a thrift haul. I've been on a little bit of a thrifting kick lately and the last few weeks I feel like I have found some really good things, some of my favorite finds ever. So I thought it would be fun to put a little video together and share everything with you. Don't mind the bed behind me. I am currently washing my sheets, but this was actually one of my finds. I got this beautiful blanket from a estate sale. I went there I think last weekend. I've been using it for my kids and it's super soft. We love it. Another thing that I got from that estate sale that day was this rattan cat. You can tell it's very old, but I love cats. It's very me. Super cute. I haven't found the exact place where I'm putting all of these things, but I have ideas. So I just need to go around the house and put everything in its right place. But I love this. I think I'm going to hang it on the wall. And then when I was at Goodwill today, I found this beautiful rattan butterfly. This is in a lot newer condition. This is actually so cute. You could even put things inside of there. Like it opens up. So that is really cool. And this was $4.99. I love butterflies, I love cats, and I love like the boho vibe. So this was all very good finds for me. The thing I found at Goodwill today was this vintage mirror. This is by Homco. I've found other things with this brand before, but this is made in America. I was trying to see if there was a date, but it just says made in the USA. It was $4.99. I definitely want to put a plant on top of here, but I love the flower detail. I love like the ornate vintage look and the gold with the flowers. It's just everything about it is just so perfect to me. But yeah, when I saw this and also when I saw the butterfly today, I was just really surprised. I guess I kind of stopped going to Goodwill for a while, and now because I'm going at different times since my husband is deployed, I'm like going during the day. I feel like I'm finding much better things. So I was very excited to find this. The last thing I found at Goodwill today was this beautiful porcelain pot. It's very heavy. I love plants. I have lots of house plants and this is just really pretty. I really love the vintage like blue and white, and there was two of these, so I left the other one for someone else. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be keeping this plant in there and putting it in my room. I know it sticks out a little bit, but it's easy to just pull it out and water it and put it back in. Okay, so on my last thrift trip, I also found some really cute vintage items. I've been wanting a watering can for my indoor plants for a while, and on Amazon they're just pretty pricey. And then I was so happy that I found this vintage metal watering can. This is so pretty. It's like this copper color and then the neck is gold. And I'm pretty sure the color has changed over time because it is old. But it's like the perfect size for me to go around and water all of my plants, and it has like this nice big opening. So this, and I love the way that this looks just sitting on the table. It's very classy looking. And this was definitely a really good find as well. I also got this tray for $5. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I do think that everything I found lately ties together really well. At my last Goodwill trip, I also found this little spoon holder. I believe I'm going to be hanging this up on the wall in the kitchen. It's shaped like a teapot and it says, "I like housework. I can sit and think about it for hours," which I just thought was really cute. It's made in Japan. Definitely vintage. Oh, on that same thrift trip, I also found this metal tray for $1.99. It says American Homestead Autumn, Currier and Ives, 1868. I'm not familiar with the Currier and Ives, but I was planning on looking into it just to see like where it comes from. But it's a family picking up apples outside of their home, and then they have pumpkins around. So I thought that it was really nice for fall decor. I really like this. I want to start leaning more towards just finding really cute vintage things and just having a nice handful of seasonal decor, whether it be fall or Christmas. And I've started to go through my old decor and kind of weed out the cheap stuff, like the stuff that I've gotten from Dollar Tree and Dollar General. that I don't necessarily love, but I just happen to have from like impulse buys here and there throughout the years. And I definitely had a lot of that. And so this year when I decorate for Christmas, I already went through my Christmas stuff a few days ago, and I had a big pile of stuff to give away. And I just kept the stuff that I really loved. And then I've also been kind of like looking for Christmas things when I'm out thrifting. And I have found 2 really cute things so far. And I have a small house. There's not too much room to decorate, so I really don't need that many things, which is the good thing about that. But yeah. So speaking of the Christmas things that I found, this was one of them. This was another thing that I was really surprised to find. It's very heavy. The bottom of it is cast iron. It was $5.99 at Goodwill, and I know this is supposed to be a stocking holder, but since there was only one of them, I think I'm going to put it up on the shelf and not use it for stockings unless I just happen to find more stocking holders. There's no scratches, there's no scuffs. I mean, it's like in perfect condition. It's just so beautiful. This is like the kind of Christmas stuff that I want in my house. I was just so happy to find this. I think it's really, really special. The other Christmas item that I found was this vintage cross-stitch Christmas theme. It was 99 cents. One of like my dream finds that I would love to find at the thrift store for decorating for winter and Christmas would be a nice size painting or picture of a like outdoor snowy winter scene, whether it be like deer or a cabin, but like something just with a lot of snow and pine trees. I would love for it to have a wood frame. I don't know if I'm gonna find that, but it would be really cool if I did. Last few items are also going to be pictures. This one I picked up, and what I loved most about this picture was the little chickens in the grass over here, because they just are so cute and they remind me of my chickens. But I don't know, there's just something about this. It's very country cottage, very cute, homesteady. It was $2.99. I plan to hang it in my kitchen, but I do want to take it out and hang it in a wood frame if I can. And the last thing is this vintage wooden picture. It says, "She is not afraid of the snow for her household." Proverbs 31, of course, referring to the Proverbs 31 woman. It has like this quilt design pattern in the middle, and that's really why I got it, because the quilt design and the wood frame I just really like together. Still trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this one. If I can't find a place for it, I might resell it. Sometimes I do that, like if I pick something up and I use it for a while, or I'm just not into it anymore, it's not serving me anymore, I'll just go ahead and resell it and try to get my money back for it. And that usually works out for me pretty well. I'm able to sell a lot of things through Facebook Marketplace, so that has been really awesome. And I also find really cool things on there too. If you know me, I'm always into something. I'm always either doing a project or a craft, a DIY, something for the chickens, something with my kids. I love to thrift for treasures. It's just something that really brings me a lot of joy, and I have a lot of fun doing it. But of course, I've learned over time that sometimes I just get excited and I pick things up that I don't necessarily really love or have a place for, and that's when it's time to let it go and resell it. So the last few things I got was a handful of these records. They're very cheap at the thrift store. I didn't get them to play, although I did look through them to see if there was any that I might like playing. But the reason why I got them is because I have started painting records. I've only done one so far, but I really liked how that one came out. And I loved actually doing it. Painting records is so relaxing. And I've been using acrylic paint markers, which is my preferred way to paint. So yeah, that was really fun, and I plan on doing more. So I picked up a few more records. And then randomly, a couple weeks ago, when I was going to pick up one of my chickens, on the way there, it's like out in the country, and on the way there was like this little random yard sale, and one of the ladies was selling plants. Of course, I had to stop and see what she had, and that's where I found this beautiful pothos in this gorgeous giant mug. And this was actually like one of my plant dream finds. Like, I've always liked plants inside like repurposed kitchen items, whether it be like a teacup or a teapot, and I just think I love how that looks. So I was so happy to find this, and her plants were actually really cheap. I think this one was like $5. And if you know about plants, if you're trying to find plants, especially through like Facebook Marketplace or whatever, they can get pretty pricey. So I grabbed this one up. I also got one of those big Himalayan salt lamps, and I have it over by my plants. It looks really cute. It was only a couple dollars. So I was happy to find that. I have two more things that I found recently, but they're already out in the house. So I'm just going to talk about them, and I'll put up a picture or a video of them while I'm talking. But my son's bedroom, I had been looking for some type of shelf to put their toys and the things that they play with on. The one that I had there was like really beat up, really broken. And it had been on my list for a while to thrift something for that area. And the other day when I was at Goodwill, I found the perfect foldable wooden, it's like a solid wood foldable shelf. It was in perfect condition and it fits so good in that space. I love how it looks in their room, and that was a really good find. It was $15. I think the reason why no one had picked it up yet was because it was all folded and like stuck behind another dresser. And when I saw it, I was just like, what is that? And I pulled it out and it popped open, and then I realized this would be perfect for the boys' room. The last thing was a glass base lamp that I found for my kitchen. I put on a lampshade that I had previously painted, and I love etched glass, vintage glass, whether it be plates or glassware. I like to use the big glass plates for under the plants to catch the water. I think it looks really pretty. But yeah, like I said, I feel like I've had some really good luck at the thrift store lately and estate sales, things like that. I just wanted to share my fun finds with you, have a little fun video. If you're interested, my next video, I plan on taking you out back and giving you a whole chicken coop tour and introducing you to all of my beautiful chickens and telling you their names and just how I've been doing with them and how I set up their new coop on a budget, of course. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go ahead and subscribe. If you are subscribed and you like my videos, please leave me a comment, a thumbs up. Let me know how you think I'm doing. I'd love to hear from you. I get so excited when I get comments. I am a newer creator. I don't get flooded with comments all the time. So it is really nice to hear from you guys when you send me some love. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay, I know you thought we were done and I said my goodbyes, but I forgot to show you the clothing items that I thrifted this month. And it wasn't too many things, just a few items, but I felt like they were really cute and worth showing. So the first thing was this vintage pair of pull-on jeans. They're like a looser, straight leg. They're a size 10 in women's, but that's more of like a 6 or an 8 nowadays. I really like the fit and the style, and I love going to the Salvation Army to thrift clothes because it's so much cheaper than City Thrift or Goodwill, and I always find the cutest things. The next thing that I thrifted at the Salvation Army was this black and white floral blouse. It's very flowy and cute. And honestly, a floral blouse is just my vibe. That's usually what I wear if I'm going somewhere. I don't find ones like this super often, so I definitely had to pick it up when I saw it. Okay, not to be dramatic, but I definitely saved the best for last. This very next thing had my jaw on the floor when I saw it at the Salvation Army, and it was $1. This is a vintage 90s made in America perfection dress. It's just the most beautiful vintage floral pattern, and it has a nice little corset cut on the front. It's crazy because before I was even born, my mom did a photo shoot with my sisters and they were all wearing matching dresses, and the pattern on their dresses looks so much like this dress, and that's what I instantly thought of when I saw this. But just my luck, it actually fit perfect, and this is something that I would definitely wear to church, or maybe if we were going out to like a nicer place. I'm actually even considering this to be my Christmas dress this year because I feel like it just matches the colors really well for Christmas. But yeah, this was definitely like on my thrift bucket list to thrift a very vintage dress like this. So that was really cool to find, because if I tried to find a dress like this from a reseller, it would be way more expensive than $1. I can tell you that much. But yeah, so that is actually the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.